Okay, I'm making this video because apparently a lot of people were very butthurt about that homosexual video of the different ways we can oppose homosexuality. So I'm going to make a two-parter because I have a 10-minute limit of why communism should oppose homosexuality, even though they generally don't, because the party and the concept has been taken over by a bunch of armchair liberal reactionaries. First off, the reason is sexual debauchery. Back in the old days, communism knew that homosexuality was accepted under capitalism because it could make them more money. It was a marketable offense. Prostitution, pornography, sexual toys, there's just an unlimited plethora of reasons to capitalize upon human sexuality. And thus they twist it and they mold it and they just mutate it into this abomination in order to make more money, in order to socially engineer people that do not actually reproduce children, because that would be bad. God forbid they have more cattle than they can count, but they want them to be sexually active. That way they can sell them shit, whether it be, the toys or the condoms or birth control or abortions or whatever. It's just an unlimited market. And if you believe otherwise, you're an idiot. And the communists knew this, and all of a sudden, communism and liberalism became one, because, Lenin said it best. They're useful idiots. The liberal left is good for us communists in the short term because they too desire socialism and eventually communism, but for all the wrong reasons. They do not see the implications of it. They do not see the long-term hazards of not rejecting liberalism because they don't care. All they care about is what they want. So while they may be useful in short term, they're not useful in long term. It would be much better to appeal to the Christian right, because the Christian right is more reasonable. They understand the moral implications, and therefore if you can convince them to go against their, capitalist sympathies, which shouldn't be that hard given that the church is very charitable and wants to help people, it just believes that their way is the only right way. If you can get past that, you probably would have a stronger ally in the Christian right than in this liberal, secular left. And, the fact that they act like communism has somehow changed so much. How? The ideas of communism have always been the same. Yeah, Marx never mentioned homosexuality, but you know what? He never said anything good about it either. Homosexuality was not a big issue back then because the sex wasn't quite as prevalent. Even though sex has always been a marketable issue, and since the dawn of time, only recently has it become this almost, monopoly where it not only exists on the right to make them money, but exists on the left as somehow liberation. What are you liberating from? Oh, by the way, smoking my hookah. This is not pot. This is tobacco. Watch. See, it's not very good smoke right now, but it takes a lot of time to, boil. Can you see it? Hold on. Damn it. Can you see? Yeah, it takes a long time to boil the coal, and then you burn the coal, and then you boil the water, and it makes the smoke. It's not a complicated process, but it takes a good 15 to 20 minutes. This is a small hookah, so I wouldn't recommend more than a tablespoon of tobacco. It's a pretty good device. I like it. It's a great social. It's more of a social tool than something to do around the house. But sometimes it's fun to smoke by itself. But I do not smoke pot. Despite, because I noticed that too. Everyone's like, "Oh, Jim Prophet, you're a pot-smoking, hippie, communist, homophobe." Well, Jesus, I'm just offending everybody. I guess I must be doing something right. But back to topic. Homosexuality is wrong because it gives to capitalism. It gives to the market. It feeds that beast. And there's more to discuss, but I'm probably reaching the 10-minute limit. So in part 2, we'll discuss why communism is bad on a philosophical scale. We already covered the physical traits, that it helps the market, and therefore if there was no market to manipulate, there'd be no homosexuality. Homosexuality is defined by all the freaky shit you can sell online, or all the crap you can get people to do and market, all the gay bumper stickers, all the, twisting of the laws, and it's all bullshit. It's all to keep you distracted and all to keep you buying crap. So, that's just the physical side. We're going to go into the metaphysical side next of why homosexuality is bad on a cultural scale, how it creates class strife. And yes, homosexuality creates class struggle. It doesn't get rid of it. We're not, by accepting homosexuality, we're actually going to make the class struggle worse. And I'll get into that next video.